Santai, santai, santai KDN.
Santai KDN terbaik.
Kami dari PDRM, Santai KDN terbaik.
Santai KDN terbaik. Santai KDN terbaik.
Santai KDN terbaik.
Santai KDN terbaik.
Santai, santai KDN.
Baiklah, bertemu kembali kita dalam Podcast Santai KDN. Anda dengar kami bincang di mana kita membincangkan isu-isu keselamatan negara dalam Kementerian Dalam Negeri itu sendiri. Baiklah, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, para penonton dan pendengar di luar sana, kita sambung semula perbincangan kita mengenai Pas Pelabur Bagi Pelawat Asing, di mana umum mengetahui bahawa Pas Pelabur ini baru sahaja diperkenalkan oleh Yang Berhormat Menteri Dalam Negeri pada 1 April 2025 yang lalu, mengenai untuk menarik para pelabur di luar sana untuk datang ke Malaysia untuk membuat pelaburan-pelaburan mengenai untuk meningkatkan ekonomi Malaysia itu sendiri dan negara mereka itu sendiri. Dan bersama saya pada hari ini iaitu Puan Kasthuri, iaitu Penolong Pengarah Bahagian Khidmat Ekspatriat, Jabatan Imigresen Malaysia. Hai Puan, apa khabar?
Hai Encik Ammar.
Alright.
Baik.
Okay, baik Puan. Can you share with us a little bit about what the difference between investor pass and social pass?
Okay, thank you for that question. Actually, before I go further on that, what is the difference between investor pass and social visit pass? I must explain first because late 2 years ago,
Okay.
Akta Bureau
Okay.
has been amended. So initially, expatriate was not categorized as foreign workers.
Okay.
But currently, they are also categorized as foreign workers. But when we say foreign workers, they fall under expatriates category. Okay, they are expats. Okay, and they are experts. So when I say expats and experts, we do need their service to be in Malaysia, to promote our economy, so forth and so forth. So when you ask me about what is investor, what is visitor, that is my answer to you. An investor is coming here to look for their prospects in Malaysia. So whereas a visitor comes on a social visit pass. But then why our YB Menteri Dalam Negeri introduce investor pass? Because we have a situation where our investors, those who are looking for investment in Malaysia, they were coming on a social visit pass all this while.
Yes.
So the number was rising up, and our concern was they were making a lot of, coming in, going back on a social visit pass. The numbers was tremendously increasing, which made Home Ministry to think about it, and they have come forward to introduce this so-called investor pass. When they are here on investor pass, they are given a social visit pass to remain in Malaysia for a number of period that we approve. It is about 6 months plus 6 months. So they will be here for this particular 6 plus 6 months for their investment purpose. But when we call investors pass, actually they are not. It is not an investor pass. It is a social visit pass, long term.
All right. As we know, ma'am, the investor pass that have been contributed by Jabatan Imigresen Malaysia have collaborated with other agencies. What agencies that collaborate with Jabatan Imigresen Malaysia to make sure that the visitor pass that give to the traders, investor is yang terbaik?
Okay, thank you, Ammar. It's a good question indeed, because when you talk about Expatriate Service Division by itself, see, we are approving passes passes to all these experts in this country. So what are the passes that we approve? Employment pass, professional visit pass, resident pass talent. These are the few categories that we have been approving all this while. But when you talk about investors, we don't have particular pass for them.
Okay.
So that is the need that why this pass was introduced. But all these are monitored by regulatory agencies.
Okay.
So we have a number of agencies that been regulating the process. So it's not that we work in silo. We call in all the regulatory agencies such as MIDA, MDEC, and many others who are in the platform to do the due diligence in terms of the application. So they have to pass through the regulatory bodies first to get the passes concerned. But when you talk about due diligence here, these regulatory bodies, they are in charge of approving the post, not the pass.
All right.
So there is there's two bodies who are looking into the due diligence of the application to approve a pass.
Okay, ma'am. What type of investor that can apply this pass?
Okay, so good question indeed. Currently, KDN has only mandated MIDA.
Okay.
Okay, to do this task.
All right.
So for time being, manufacturing sector has got the plus point.
Okay.
But anyway, because MIDA is holding the platform to do the due diligence, doesn't mean that other sectors are not allowed to. They can. They will. They can put in the application as a new investor, because when we talk about due diligence, we have three categories of investors to apply in that expat gateway system online. We have three segments. One is the new investor, the other one already in pipeline,
Okay.
and the third one those are already established.
All right.
So MIDA will look into the sectors. If it's other sector, maybe they can put in their application the new category.
Okay. All right, ma'am. How long do I, as an investor, want to key in into the system, and how long the applicable of that pass?
Okay. If you're talking about application itself, it's actually the platform is very simple platform.
Okay.
We have sat together and we have come forward. We are not going to ask many documentations here. Only one time they're entering their documentations that required.
Okay.
So MIDA will go through all the documentations, and when you talk about even passports also, it is not double, redundancy of agencies applying, subjects applying, and there's not necessary for many documentations, and they can just go through the system, and the application is received by MIDA, and it comes into us.
Okay.
And approval is given based on MIDA's recommendation.
How long the duration takes?
The duration is 5 days.
All
See, 5 working days. Client charter is 5 days. MIDA takes 3 days, 2 days for immigration.
Okay.
So which is very simple.
So the duration for that pass, that for the investor?
The duration is 6 months.
All right.
Upon approval. So that 6 months is sufficient for them to make out their investment in the country. If it's not, then if it's justified,
Okay.
they can put in extension for
Alright.
another 6 months.
All right. So, is there any recommendation for the investor to apply this pass?
Of course, because what we see here over the years, there are many people who are seeking for a stay in the country to do their businesses in this country. But what platform they've been using, all the while they've been going on social visit pass. They apply social visit pass and then they get a stay. The stay is upon entry, it depends on the country they are from. If it's from India, of course, if they come in with visa, 1+1. I'm just giving you an example. So it depends on the country, and upon arrival, let's say they get 30 days, and that 30 days is not sufficient for them to do their work or their business in Malaysia, what they do, they go back and then they come in again. So when this pass is introduced, I would rather suggest those who have intention of doing business in Malaysia, please apply for investors pass. That is the best pass for you to contribute whatever you want to do, whatever you think that you are going to contribute to Malaysia, you can come on that pass. Of course, you're going to tell me it is difficult, so many things. You know, any person for their sake, even me, if I'm trying something new, I'm going to say it's difficult. But if you try, you explore, we have provided the system, we have given you the platform, it is for you to try, okay? And very simplified one platform system, it was, with the help of Talent Corporation, we have come up with this expat gateway system, one platform. It is a single door for any applicant. Just go into it, fill up all those areas that you think you fall into, and you apply. And if it's a genuine, bona fide application, definitely you will get your approval.
Okay, ma'am. What is the benefit for the investor and for their country and our country if they apply this pass?
Okay, if you talk about our country, I will talk more about our country instead of their country because they are going to bring investment to our country. So I believe those who are coming here, they really have business here. So if the benefit is you have a stay for 6 months and you only pay about 90 ringgit for the pass, temporary now at this point, and policies might change later on. We put that aside. But then with that 90 ringgit, you have a stay of 6 months. If you can justify your business, you can develop your business now. Later on, you think that you still can justify to us, you need another 6 months. Isn't it very cheap for you to be here for 12 months and settle your businesses, and later on you can convert yourself into an employment pass later on if you are qualified for employment pass and you pursue with your business. It makes a lot of difference for you and for us, Malaysians.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Is there any last word for our audience for Pas Pelabur kepada pelawat asing?
Okay, simple. One thing that I would like to advise, if you have any problem, just go into our portal, immigration portal. You look out for Expatriate Service Division. You can find the emails of our director, ourselves, whoever the senior officers in the group. You can just email. We are there to help you. And please don't fall into third party and you don't get carried away with the saying that, oh, you give this much of money, you can get settled, this and that. That is, you will use yourself because we are here to help you. And this pass is basically introduced. KDN, Moha has come up with this policy to enhance, to boost economy in Malaysia. Not only that, and to ensure that whoever coming from abroad gets the proper pass and there's no, you don't break the rules and law here. And we are ensuring that you go back with prosperity and also your safety is our utmost important thing. Thank you.
Baik, terima kasih Puan Kasthuri, Penolong Pengarah Bahagian Khidmat Ekspatriat Jabatan Imigresen Malaysia. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan, itulah sedikit sebanyak gambaran awal mengenai Pas Pelabur Bagi Pelawat Asing yang baru saja diperkenalkan oleh Yang Berhormat Menteri Dalam Negeri. Ayuh ramai-ramai bagi pelabur-pelabur di luar sana, mohon kemudahan yang telah disediakan oleh kerajaan dalam memastikan ekonomi negara Malaysia sentiasa berkembang di persada dunia. Dan dalam masa yang sama, kerjasama tuan-tuan dan perempuan para penonton dan pendengar di luar sana untuk mempromosikan juga mengenai Pas Pelabur Bagi Pelawat Asing supaya perkara ini diperkenalkan dari masa ke semasa dan diketahui umum oleh masyarakat di dalam maupun di luar negara mengenai Pas Pelabur Bagi Pelawat Asing yang baru saja diperkenalkan oleh Jabatan Imigresen Malaysia. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan, sehingga setakat itu sahaja Podcast Santai KDN anda dengar kami bincang. Sehingga kita berjumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Santai, santai.